Hello friends, myself Dr. Khushbu Bhavsar. Welcome to our YouTube channel Sri Swaminarayan Physiotherapy College. Today I am going to discuss about the carpal tunnel syndrome. Before I start with my presentation, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel, and of course don't forget to press the bell icon for the new upcoming videos. Now start with my presentation on carpal tunnel syndrome. First, I am going to discuss about what is carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome is pressure on the median nerve, the nerve which is supplies feeling and movement to the part of the hand, thumb and first three fingers. It can lead to numbness, tingling, weakness or muscle damage in the hand and fingers. Etiology behind the syndrome. It affects adult individual, 3 times more common in women than men. High prevalence rates have been reported in the person who perform certain repetitive wrist movement like computer users. What are the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome? Numbness or tingling in the thumb and next two or three fingers on the one or both hands. Numbness and tingling of the palm of the hand. Pain existing to the elbow. Pain in wrist or hand in one or both hands. Problems with fine finger movements like coordination movement in one or both hands. Wasting of muscles under the thumb. Weak grip or difficulty in carrying back. It is a common complaint of patient. Weakness in one or both hands. Symptoms get aggravated at night. What are the causes of carpal tunnel syndrome? Usually the cause is unknown. Pressure on the nerve can happen several ways like joint dislocation, swelling of the lining of the flexor tendon called as tenosynovitis, fractures, osteoarthritis can narrow the tunnel, posture like keeping the wrist bent for long period of time in one position, repetitive wrist movement, fluid retention during pregnancy can cause swelling in the tunnel and symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome, which often go away after delivery. Thyroid condition, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes mellitus, obesity. How to diagnose carpal tunnel syndrome? First is history. Patient can complaining of pain, tingling or numbness in fingers and thumb, and it can worsen at night. Carpal tunnel syndrome also diagnosed by different examination method. First is Tinel sign examination, in which one can tap gently by finger over the nerve course or on forearm aspect, and patient is having tingling or numbness sensation during the test over the distribution of nerve, then test is positive. Second method is Phalen's maneuver. This is diagnostic test for the carpal tunnel syndrome, in which a person holds his or her forearm horizontally and then push backs on the hand together, inverse praying position to achieve maximal wrist flexion. If person having carpal tunnel syndrome, then he or she can feel tingling or numbness at the wrist level and the test is positive. Next is clinical findings. First is sensory disturbance in affected area, weakness in thumb abduction and thinner muscle atrophy. Treatment of carpal tunnel syndrome. I show you some exercise which you can perform and prevent this disease. First is wrist active range of motion exercise. in which different movements are there. For this exercise, you have to sit on chair and your wrist is supported on table. First is wrist flexion and extension exercise. For this exercise, ask patient to put your wrist at the edge of the table so you can do it easily. For wrist flexion, tell patient to move your wrist in downward direction, and for wrist extension, tell patient to move your wrist in upward direction. Second is radial and ulnar deviation. For this, ask patient to put your wrist on table and do this exercise. For radial deviation, tell patient to move wrist toward the thumb as you can see in picture, and for ulnar deviation, tell patient to move your wrist away from the thumb. Third is supination and pronation exercise. For this, tell patient to do inward and outward movement from forearm. Do this exercise for 10 to 15 repetition. Next treatment is wrist stretching, which is done by two ways. First is against wall position. Second is self stretching with the help of other hand. For wrist extensor stretch, tell patient to move your wrist in downward direction and hold this position for 30 seconds. And for flexor stretch, tell patient to move your wrist in upward direction as much as you can possible and hold it for 30 seconds. Repeat this exercise for 3 to 4 times. Next is tendon gliding exercise, in which 6 different positions of wrist are there. First is relaxed position, second is straight position, third is hook grasp, fourth one is full fist position, fifth is tabletop position, and sixth is straight fist position. Repeat each position for 5 times and hold it for 5 seconds. Exercise at least 3 times every day. Next treatment is nerve gliding exercises, in which 6 different positions are there. First starting position is wrist in neutral, fingers and thumb in flexion position. Second position is wrist in neutral, fingers and thumb extended. Third position is wrist in neutral, fingers extended and thumb in neutral position. Fourth position is wrist, fingers and thumb extended. Fifth position is as in position 4 with forearm in supination like palm up position. And sixth position is as in position 5 with other hand gently stretching of thumb. Repeat each position for 5 times and hold it for 5 seconds. Exercise at least 3 times every day. The goal of treatment for carpal tunnel syndrome is to reduce the swelling and pressure on the median nerve. For this, you can use wrist brace, which is shown in picture, and avoid the inadequate posture and repetitive wrist movement. Ergonomic advice: these are some positions of using keyboard and mouse for prevention of this condition. If patient is not treated by these exercises, then go for surgery of carpal tunnel syndrome, which is open carpal tunnel release. Thank you for watching this video.